Hey everyone, it's Asia Dang, and thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today is the January budget. It was a really good month for me financially, but it always makes me nervous when that happens because after every high is a crashing low. So we are preparing for that emotionally. But before we jump into my January budget, I want to thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Can you believe it? This is actually the very first sponsored video of my monthly budget series for the past couple years ever. HelloFresh is our very first one. How exciting is that? So I have been a paying customer of HelloFresh for years. I get my deliveries once a month and I order about 3 to 6 meals per delivery depending on what they offer, what looks good, and what we got going on for the week. You all know my food budget is always out of control every single month without fail. But the weeks I get my HelloFresh deliveries are actually the weeks that I spend less on groceries and takeout. And not only does HelloFresh save me money, but it also saves me time. I don't have to go into the car, wait in LA traffic, go to the grocery store. All the meals come with all the ingredients you need, so I don't have to take any last minute trips to the grocery store because I forgot an ingredient. It comes with all the cooking instructions, so I'm not scanning on Pinterest for hours looking for dinner ideas. It's the perfect money and time saver. Ingredients travel from farm to table in less than 7 days, so the ingredients are always fresh. So go to the website or the app and you can pick from a list of 35 weekly meals that are available. My favorites that I always get when they are available are the flatbreads, any of the tacos or taquitos, and the homestyle turkey and biscuit pot pie is delish. And then you can also swap sides or add and upgrade to different proteins. Honestly, every time I get my HelloFresh delivery, it's always like a huge weight off of my shoulder, so I highly recommend. Again, this might be a paid sponsorship video, but I have been a paying customer for years. So I really want you to try it out. So head over to HelloFresh.com and use my code AsiaDang65 for 65% off your order. Give it a try. Let me know how you feel about it and what your favorite meals are, and we can dine together. Okay, so speaking of food, let's get into the budget. So this month we actually had quite a few events going on, some really fun dinings out. It was a pretty fun month, if I do say so myself, plus my birthday. So for the first week, as you can see, kind of like the week after New Year's is pretty slow. And then we jump into things. So let's talk about this food situation. Gorilla Tacos, we had a birthday. Caviar Caspia was a girls' night, and then this price was actually split between 4 people, so do the math on that one. Yeah, you're gonna actually see a lot of work expenses this month. I am committed again to, putting more effort into my work stuff than I have over the past basically all of 2022. So this is the first month of it. Yeah, look at how crazy this is. So obviously I, again, work in tandem with my physical planner, but this is pretty cool to always be able to add like sticky notes and stuff to just like make mental notes about things that I want to, talk about with people or whatever. So there's that. I don't know what happened here, 1 through 19. I think actually this was the week that Brian was on a bachelor party in Amsterdam. So that's why the the spending is actually pretty low. I didn't really do too much but work. Food, Chinese New Year's, we ordered food. Yeah, we ordered Postmates from a restaurant down the street from us in Chinatown. And I have to say, it doesn't make me feel very good. I think the only Chinese food I really like to eat is steamed fish, and I like to cook that myself. And then we had a dinner with friends at kind of this like pop-up that only included like 16 people, and that was $200 per person, so $400 total, and that is expensive, but it was fun. It was a lovely night. The food was great, and that actually ties into my birthday dinner that we'll talk about in a little bit. Last month in December, when we talked about the budget, the dog budget was out of control because Lukey had a situation, but now this is kind of more of the normal spending. And then this is the last week of January. I have been I like go in and out of moods of like being productive and not being productive. So when you see stuff like this in red highlight, that means Asia, you need to like do this now, like stop being so lazy. So that was that. And then for the spending, we had a lot of work stuff. This was in particular for a photo shoot that happened. And then actually, Kith and Kind is a member of this community. I saw she sent a Chinese New Year's email newsletter, and they had really cute like Year of the Rabbit ceramic cups. And because I'm a rabbit, I thought it was really cute. So I bought 2 of them. Again, Kith and Kind, she's a member of this community. So go ahead and support. I had Wetzels for the first time last week, and it was not good. I don't think I'm a pretzel person. Again, we have the HelloFresh box that I am paying for that arrives actually this week. And then here is my the cost for my birthday dinner. So how I mentioned earlier that we went to kind of like a pop-up menu at this place literally down the street. I asked him if he could do kind of like a private party for my birthday, and he agreed. So it was like a tamaki style kind of gathering of friends. There were 15 of us, I think, and it was really, really fun, and it was $200 per person. So when stuff like that, when we have like group dinners and stuff that tend to be very expensive, I always make sure to tell the people that I invite, listen, I would love for you to come. It's going to be $200 per person, not including tip, but if that's like too much or you're not okay with that, we can meet after. I always give them the option. I'm very upfront with money when it comes to that stuff, because obviously $200 per meal is very expensive. Yeah, I think when it comes to stuff like that, just be like very transparent and upfront about it. Don't make people feel bad if they're not able to attend because it's something that is out of their price range. I'm sure everyone in this community understands that, but yeah, that is that, and it was fantastic. Okay, so that is it. I've already pre-did the totals. Let's see. So these are the expenses that I spent for the month of January. Obviously, food was out of control. We spent a lot on food this month. Dogs was pretty normal outside of them getting groomed, which costs $240 together. I know it's insane, but you know, we trust them, and I think that's what matters. Personal, I think, is actually pretty consistent. Rent is like $2,100. Work is more than I spent basically all of last year, because we all know I didn't really do too well work-wise last year. I didn't really care. Transportation was lower than last month, and then fun was fun. So fun included like we had a party for our gym, and then also kind of like went to the movies. So that's what I consider fun. And yes, food was out of control, and it might look like a lot, but I actually did percentages, because sometimes when I spend a lot visually, like if I see a number and I'm like, okay, Asia, you're out of control, I like to do percentages based on my income for the month. So for like food, for example, I like to stay under 20% of my income, ideally like 15, honestly. But I spent significantly less compared to my income. For financial goals, I put aside 47% of my income for those financial goals. So let's actually go to this page. So remember, even though I might, let's take TJ Maxx for example, even though I might have earned $17,000 for, you know, a collaboration, my take home is only ever 50% of that. So if I sign a contract for $10,000 for a brand, my take home is only ever $5,000 of that, because 30% will be put away for taxes and 20% goes to management. And I hate to say only, because $8,700 is a lot of money, but you know, visually and compared to 17,000, it hurts every single time. That being said, I'm gonna highlight what my actual take-home pay was. So $8,750 plus $6,750 plus 86, well no, that's 800 plus 3,750 plus 650, and then 1,400. So my take-home pay for the month of January was $22,000. Again, it's a lot of money, but stuff like this actually makes me very, very nervous, because as I said in the beginning, I have good months, and then when I have those good months, that means I have to anticipate having really, really bad months, because all of my paychecks came in on one month. I try to prepare for that with a cash cushion always in my bank account and my emergency savings funds, and fortunately, I've never had to touch my emergency savings funds, but I had to touch my cash cushion last year. So I'm just still trying to build that up. So I'm just hoping Payment wise, it's just more consistent than it was last year. But towards my financial goals, as you can see, here's the breakdown, but I spent $10,000 on my financial goals. So let's go to my financial goals page and see what we did. So as you can see, I put $6,000 of my money towards my Beyonce sinking fund. For the honeymoon, I put $2,000 into our honeymoon sinking fund. And New York, even though I was very excited about it, has been put on pause for what we talked about last year, or last budget video, was that we'll probably be buying a house in Houston. So I did put $700 into my New York sinking fund, but I just probably won't touch that, at least until my other sinking fund goals are completed, because that will not happen anymore. And then in terms of bill sinking funds, we put $1,000 towards my 2023 car insurance, and then $270 towards my 2024. $200 towards car registration. Again, I did sell my Fiat, so we are one car household, and that's the car registration for a Tesla. I can't deal with it. $500 towards my holiday sinking fund, and then $500 into a brokerage account that I just put play money in. And then we have $3,100 towards 2024 pet insurance. I mentioned this a couple months ago. The boys' pet insurance has increased drastically, so we have to make up for that balance. And then I added $2,000 into a SEP, which is my retirement plan, the self-employed pension, and then $1,000 into a home down payment, and that is it. So that is my monthly budget for the month of January. We had a very good month financially, where I was able to put a lot of money towards financial goals while still spending a lot of money on stuff that I enjoy, which is what I like. By the way, an upcoming video is going to be about 5 different budgeting techniques that you can use. So if you're looking at this and thinking to yourself, Asia, what is happening? What does this all mean? We're gonna go through it in a budget video soon, definitely this month. So be sure to like and subscribe. I mean, like this video, but subscribe to this channel, and just stay up to date for that. So let's go into my monthly overview. So personal accomplishment is that I had a birthday photo shoot, and that might not seem like an accomplishment, but I don't know if you know, but I'm pretty much basically MIA from Instagram in terms of photos. But I decided to take 2023 by the balls. I cut my hair off to kind of just release myself of any external pressures, and I set up a birthday photo shoot, which you can see those photos on Instagram, in order to just get back into it, because I haven't really been in front of a camera in a professional setting in a very, 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 very long time, outside of any, wedding or engagement photos. I don't really count those, but it felt really good to be back, and hopefully we can do more of those. Professional accomplishments was I got a thumbnail artist. My friend Hannah is doing them at the moment. If you are a community member of Master Plan and you received our Master Plan stickers, she's actually the one that built those. Favorite memories and new discoveries. Okay, this will be fun. This is my favorite part. So this is one of my favorite memories. Remember last month I mentioned how I won our challenge at our gym? Well, we had a party for it this month, and then I finally got my prize, which was a pair of shoes, as you can see. I honestly do not like holding kids. It freaks me out, to be honest. I'm really afraid that I'm gonna break them or something, but he's at an age now. This is my friend Laura's baby. Now that he's able to walk and falling on his own, I feel like it gave me a little less pressure to not accidentally drop him or something. I don't know, which I didn't. Look at how cute we are. Don't we love a disposable camera moment? Here is kind of the inspo board for the shoot that we had for it. Again, if you want to see the final photos, you go on my Instagram. And then actually, let's find oh my God, I can't believe I forgot about this. We went to see Beyonce. Oh my God. Well, not Beyonce herself, but as a birthday present, my friend Evagale, my friend and manager Evagale, gave me tickets to see Beyonce played with a string quartet, and it was a candlelight basically a candlelight evening playing Beyonce on a string quartet, and it was like fantastic. It was so much fun. Things to look forward to. Even though we're not moving to New York, we are going to New York later this month into March. Brian is actually working with Sony on a very, very long campaign, and they're taking him to New York. I am technically not invited, but am I going? Yes, I am. Any opportunity to go to New York and not pay for a hotel, I'm there. So I'm very excited about that. It's my mom's 70th, which is pretty exciting. And then we are going to go to Houston, hopefully to look at a couple houses, which is insanity. Whew. Okay, that is it. Again, financially, it was great, but am I gonna feel the heat for it being great in the next couple months? Maybe. I'm Aisha Dang. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all next week. Okay, bye.